What's going on, everybody? We are back. Happy St. Patrick's Day. In the box over here is Ryan. In this box is Greg, and I'm Nate. We are 3 drinks down, and we are happy you are here. How is everyone today? Ryan, Howard, let's start with you. How are you doing?
Well, I'm great. I got to say that countdown got me pretty fired up. I felt like I was going to run into a football field or a basketball court. That was
It's like the Chicago Bulls entrance from the
nuts.
90s.
Yes.
I'm a little worried about you. I think you got to find some more excitement in your life, Ryan. If that was for you.
That's maybe what it is. If that were a test, I just failed. So, but no, hey, I'm good.
We're fancy, I don't know what to say. Greg, how are you?
I'm okay. I've had a weird week, but kids are on spring break. That's always weird for me. Daylight savings time. I just don't care for it.
We can get into that later.
Anyway, I'm fine. Things are fine.
Daylight savings.
How about you?
Doing pretty good. I mean, like I said, we talked before a show, just a little weekly grind going on. Weekend's close. Today is St. Patty's Day. How could you not at least get up a little for that? We've got some good treats for you, some things that are Irish, some things that may not be Irish. No shortage of things to talk about, really.
No. We had beer week last week, and that was fun.
And Ryan's back.
So Ryan's nice.
I'm back. Yeah.
What's going on up in Ohio, man?
So, it's spring in Ohio. At least it feels like it this week. So enjoying some 70-degree weather and sunshine. So living it up.
Nice.
We got the grill out yesterday. So definitely nice. We'll see how long this lasts. I never get too used to it, really, until April.
March can trick you.
April can. It can.
You'll be on third winter before you know it. It's
Yeah.
be really good.
That's right.
Oh, gosh. Goodness gracious.
But we'll take it. We'll take it.
Absolutely.
What's going on down in your guys' neck of the woods?
Just getting hot and humid.
Oh, this is the land of intolerance and racism down here. So
and storms.
It's status quo here.
Same old.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You can't really do much about it except recognize it's St. Patrick's Day. We'll move on and we'll get there. So we're gonna try another new feature this week. Let's see if I can get this to work properly. So just in honor of St. Patrick's Day, and I realize that'll probably be extremely small for Greg to look at.
Oh no, I have eyes.
Yeah, you do. So, but we can we'll go for there. So there are some facts that I pulled up earlier, and I thought this would be interesting. So the first are kind of just some basic facts about like Irish Americans. I did not know the number of folks in the United States that claim. I don't know why it doesn't take up the whole screen. So there's because I've got a separate different thing over here. Oh, cool. I can just do that, or I can do that. Well, look at that. Learning. Okay.
We are very, very old.
Absolutely. I have no idea what I'm doing, guys. We're just holding on the wheel, and I'm even making motions like you can see me and you can't. That's what's so great about that. So we have some kind of cool stuff. Some things, just the basic stuff here, talking about Irish Americans and how many there are. One of the things I found most interesting about this whole map is there are 9 U.S. cities named Dublin. But there are 10 cities in the United States in which 10% of the residents or more have Irish ancestry. I found that really fascinating because it's a lot of the usual suspects: Portland, Maine, Manchester, New Hampshire, Quincy, Mass, Warwick, Rhode Island, Danbury, Connecticut, Toms River, New Jersey, Scranton, PA. Then you jump way out west here to Missoula, Montana. I was like, I don't know. Is there a potato connection of some sort? That's probably inappropriate of me to say. If we had that button that said that's inappropriate, we could have done it there. Des Moines, Iowa. I don't know how that. But then, hey, look, Dayton, Ohio.
There it is.
Dayton, Ohio. I can believe this. If you've never been to Dayton around St. Patrick's Day, they blow it out. I mean, I'm here to tell you, like, Gaelic Storm shows up and does a show on Saturday night. Like, all the amazing Irish bands, all the amazing dance troops, and things like that end up showing up, and it's a great time. And Dayton has one of the best Irish bars in the United States year in, year out, called Dublin Pub.
All right.
So
what is going on with the southern half of the country here, Nate? Coast to coast, I've seen it's awfully not green.
Oh, well, you have. I mean, I think that's pretty indicative of where people kind of settled as far as which different countries came, and then they spread out from the west. And I mean, you see, that's almost like the Bible Belt. You can kind of just draw it right there on those lines. And I think there's just a predominance of. You see it in religions down here. There's much more of a Southern Baptist situation going on down here. There's
a good point.
I don't know.
I kind of wonder if there's even a little bit of I know this is probably really secondary, but I kind of wonder if there's almost even like a whole like just climate and mentality thing. Like Ireland is around that latitude, not to be too nerdy, of like the whole list of cities we just named essentially.
Yeah.
And so it'd be more like home for them. There's those.
Well, you wonder going back then if maybe the soil composition then was similar to where they came from when they settled over here, and then they gravitated toward that because it was, like you said, was much closer to home.
Like when they started making beautiful Irish whiskey.
Right? Yes.
Yeah. Like the Sexton. Go ahead and giggle sophomorically. Go ahead.
No, listen, I got a 16-year-old son, and he comes home from school, and I just laugh along with him and all his idiot friends in high school at the same jokes. So apparently I'm 16 in my head.
That's okay. We all got young, right? Come on.
We all are.
Yes, that's what I'm sipping on right now. Is called the Sexton. It's just a single malt Irish.
Yeah.
It's got a little spice to it. It's a bit young, so there's no age statement on it. They don't actually tell you that. It's very enjoyable. My first few sips, ironically enough, I got a little banana off of it. I know it's not probably the greatest note like most people expect. As it's opened up in my glass, I really get kind of some grassiness a little bit out of it. I get a little more spice out of it. It's only 40 proof, so 80 proof, so 40% alcohol.
Okay.
But it drinks nicely. It's got just a little kick to it, believe it or not. And that could just be the youth, but my first real foray into like something like this. I really hadn't had a lot of Irish. The Jamesons or car bombs like we joked about last week.
I mean, that's kind of my my experience with it also. I'm not super knowledgeable about that stuff. Ryan, what about you?
Yeah, that's again, as I kind of got into bourbon, that's where I started exploring different things, sampling them neat. But I will have the Irish whiskey is one I've not forayed too far into, so I would definitely like to try more of that. Because again, I'm very intrigued by that, and the price point for the majority, you can't beat it.
Sorry,
no, I mean,
yeah, $25.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, and I'm like, okay, that's really solid stuff. Like if I was comparing it to a bourbon, I'd be like, well, okay, I'd buy that bottle again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wish you would, Ryan.
Oh yes.
That was a terrible joke.
Yeah, I need to get a hi hat.
It's going to be a long show, Greg.
Really
long show.
Like I haven't had you guys both in how long? Like like
it was 3. It was the first show we did.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Now the band is back together already again. So yeah,
special edition.
Fun stuff.
Do you like it?
I do. It's enjoyable. I'm really excited to try it again. I have Teelings over here too, so I'm really excited to try to get that. Now that's a rum finish over here, so we'll get into that in a little bit later.
Oh, nice.
It's enjoyable. I'm glad I'm adding it to my shelf. It by no means is it like the big sexy blue spot, red best 27, all the big hitters that you see.
Yeah.
And if you're going to spend a lot more on those, and they're going to be aged, and they're going to have a ton more character. But hey, it's enjoyable. I would sit and sip on this and just have a nice evening. It wouldn't bother me one bit.
All right.
Very nice.
Nice.
I tend to, when I'm sipping stuff, I tend to gravitate toward bourbon or tequila.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's where my mind goes.
I don't know. Ryan's not into tequila at all or bourbon at all.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I kind of like it a little bit.
Do you ever sip on do a little sip tequila or anything like that, Ryan?
I didn't until the bourbon thing took off. So, and the name is escaping me, but I went to the Century Bar, which is just a phenomenal bourbon bar here in the Dayton area. So highly recommended for anybody that is not from around here that comes here. Definitely check it out.
The Century Bar?
The Century Bar. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Great place. But yeah, I tried a tequila there, and the guy told me this will be the best tequila you've ever had. I'm like, I don't really like tequila. Certainly don't want to sit here and try it neat. But he poured it, and it was amazing. Very smooth, phenomenal. Actually went and bought a bottle the next day. I wish I knew the name. I'll definitely have it for next show. But
you drink that much of it?
So, well, not the whole bottle, but it did go pretty quickly. I think it lasted a week or two. But yeah, I definitely don't do it like I do the bourbon, but it is something I do enjoy sipping from time to time. For whatever reason, summertime for me is when I find myself sipping more of that tequila.
Well, I think it's a little generally a little lighter than some other, certainly than bourbon and stuff like that. It just
feels like summer to me.
We were talking earlier. Live in Florida. We, my wife and I and the family, we go to Disney sometimes. They have a tequila bar inside the Mexico Pavilion in Epcot. It's called La Cava de Tequila, I believe. That's my Spanish accent.
The Cave of Tequila.
Rare.
I don't know if it actually means the Cave of Tequila, but we're gonna say it.
I think it does.
It's
delicious. Roll with it, yeah.
So do you know if it was I'm assuming it was either a reposado or was it a añejo or was it a silver or even extra? Do you know what kind it was?
So it would have been silver. I could be way off here. I don't even think it was
silver.
platinum.
So
it could have been that. I mean, it was
nice.
it was definitely clear. Very good. The crazy thing is, I can't find it now. Found it, like I said, a couple of days after that first time trying it, and was never able to find it again. But I will track it down. I'll share the name and the bottle. Really cool bottle, but man, phenomenal stuff.
Cool. Yeah,
Madura, something like that. I'm wrong on the name there, but it was very good.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
All right.
Well, let's kill this one and move on. One drink down. Give it a little shadow effect there. Who wants to go? Which one of you two boys want to go next?
Ryan, I'll go. How about that? So, St. Patrick's Day. How could we do that and not have Guinness?
The classic.
Quite honestly, it's probably been 5 or 6 years since I've had Guinness. So I just bought this today. So let's open it up here. If you, hello there.
That? Oh, here. There's a over there.
We're okay.
And that does have the plastic ball inside. I'm assuming.
The little nitro thing. So you're gonna see the little widget. Yes,
widget.
So we didn't plan this out too well. I don't have a true pint glass, but
no, that's my fault.
You can still see it. No, it's my fault.
Okay, we can argue over it.
It's cascading down there.
That's fine.
We'll just sit there and let it do its thing. But Guinness is an interesting beer. I think it was my first beer in college that was a foray into something that wasn't like a macro beer. And I know Guinness is technically, I guess, a macro beer, but at the time it was something a little less. People weren't drinking it as much. It was a lot of Busch Light and Natural Light that kind of stuff in college, but I really liked it, and I think there's a misconception out there about Guinness that it's it's dark, it's a stout, that people think it's a heavy beer, and it's not heavy at all. It is. I would consider
that's so true.
Very light, easy drinking beer. In fact, it's a very low ABV. Also, I think it's
4.9.
Yeah, it's under 5. Yeah. So, you want to get drunk from Guinness, you got to work at it.
Look how beautiful that is.
It's a nice little pour. You got a little head.
Got a beautiful head retention.
That settled very nicely.
Color. Yeah.
In the lambic nonic, well, not nonic, lambic glass.
These are the glasses they gave out to the attendees at Food for Thought at Green Bench. They're really nice glasses. So we got 2 of them at home, and Amy was using one last night for I don't know what she was drinking.
Cilantro.
Cheers.
I had to learn how to say that before we came on the show, so I didn't embarrass myself.
I actually Googled that a couple days ago.
Yeah.
That tastes like Guinness.
Roasty.
It is. It's roasty.
It's
not too roasty. It's exactly what I remember. It's good.
Nice palatable stout.
It's so easy to drink too.
It really is.
If you're curious about it, if you never had Guinness before, you don't gravitate toward it. If you are a coffee drinker, you like coffee. I think this is an easy kind of stouts are an easy kind of segue into the into the beer world, and something you might not gravitate toward if you do like coffee, if you like that bitter, the bitterness of coffee kind of a deal.
Guinness got me through many an Ohio winter.
Yeah,
it really did.
Yes.
When I was kind of younger, my craft beer.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was in the craft beer at the time. I was not.
Well, everybody, I think everybody learns, everybody grows. You can do a black and tan with this. You see those in bars a lot. So
you can do car bombs with this.
You can do car bombs. I wouldn't recommend that, but
I would, but I just don't want.
I'm also not of that age.
Very, very versatile.
Yeah,
it is. It's a Swiss Army knife of Irish beer.
So I like Guinness. I've always liked it. I don't know why. Yeah, I think because I'm supporting local breweries and stuff like that. But no, this is good.
Cheers to that.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers to that. So a couple more fun facts, maybe not so fun because it kind of still sobering. We'll get to something kind of interesting here in a minute, I think, actually, to be honest with you. And so Guinness or St. Patrick's Day, I said Guinness, I'm thinking Guinness, my goodness, because I realized the beer is the 3rd heaviest drinking day in the United States. How do you feel about that? Do you guys believe that?
Sure.
Yeah.
This is from a site that seems to be referenced by a lot. It's called Wallet Hub or something or other. They track financial things, but then they put out some fun stuff here too. So number 1 most popular for drinking beer. And I would actually be surprised by that actually a little bit.
Yeah.
Mainly because I think you have things like the Super Bowl and the 4th of July that I think rival it.
Americans don't really. We're not really like searching for reasons to drink. Is it Tuesday? Oh, okay.
Right. I did find out the show is actually a little under average because 4.2 is the number of drinks consumed per person on St. Patrick's Day. So 3 drinks down, we're automatically just subpar there. Apparently, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we should do some rebranding there.
That's per person.
Per person.
I have not gotten drunk on St. Patrick's Day in years.
Yeah,
I don't know. There are a lot of people they get weird about oh, I got green beer.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fun if you think it's fun, but I don't really have to.
Right? No, if you're having fun, I'm not here to shit on your fun, but maybe that's the reason. It's one more goofy kind of thing added to it that somebody's like, oh, let's go celebrate.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Some sobering shit in here. 32% of men admit to binge drinking on St. Patrick's Day, which I think in our statements here we've all said, yeah, we've had one too many on St. Patrick's Day. We're just not doing it now at our age.
Yeah.
Here you go. So this is the reason why I pulled this up. Tying it all together, 13 million pints of Guinness will be consumed worldwide on St. Patrick's Day. That's a lot. Yeah, that's starting to get out there and be like, holy crap, right?
Greg, you are part of that statistic.
I am.
Yeah, there's some other things in here that are not so fun. Don't drink and drive, folks.
Yeah,
I don't mean to gloss over them because we do a fun show.
No, 100% serious. No drinking and driving. No drinking and driving.
Foods are interesting. So cabbage is 65 cents a pound this year. It's up 5%. All that stuff. Yeah, so that was fun.
I went to Detweiler's today. They were giving 1 head of cabbage away for free to everybody that came in.
That's awesome. Detweiler's, Ryan, is like a little local grocery store for us.
Oh, very nice.
So, it's really like really reasonably priced, like produce, and I would call it I think it probably started out as a farmer's market in some capacity, and then now they got like 4 or 5 different locations in the area here. I think it's fantastic.
That's awesome. I would consider myself a cabbage fan, but that's awesome they do that. I totally
I'm not
understand why they would do it.
No, I did not grab a head of cabbage.
None of us are cabbage connoisseurs here. Though I don't mind it if it's like in because they'll do cabbage in like egg rolls and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't bother me so much. You're just not gonna see me like eating cabbage leaf. Just not gonna happen.
Just chomping on it.
Yeah, but I don't know that you're gonna see me eating a lot of green leaves, so that's probably not so shocking to anyone that knows me.
It's not my main food group either.
No, my main food group consists of protein. Anyway,
I gravitate towards the deep fried variety.
you could deep fry my shoe and I'd probably eat it.
Oh man,
it's all about the batter at that point.
I thought about figuring out some games eventually on the channel here, and we're gonna have to have punishments, so we might have to take you up on that one.
No, I'm not giving you one of my shoes to try.
I don't care. I'll go buy a new shoe and make you eat it because
it seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, that is a lot of work.
It is,
but it would make for a good show.
It wouldn't make for a good show. It'd make for a terrible show. We could sell it. We could try to sell it all we want. Oh man. Dennis, I might have to take you up on that later.
I mean, I'm going to leave the other can for you.
Okay.
So you can drink it whenever you want.
Nah, I might just have to take a picture of me doming it.
No, I'm if we're going to wrap this drink up here, I'm a fan of Guinness. I would highly recommend if you've never had it before, give it a try.
I dig Guinness too. Yeah. Ryan, last words on Guinness.
You can't go wrong. It's a winner.
You almost slipped into that voice. Breaks down. I'll tell you about that later, Greg. Just about went there. Oh man, Ryan, what's your offering for the 3 drinks down deity?
Well, I did try to kind of join the theme here and go Irish, but as you indicated, it's a big thing here in Dayton, and the liquor stores were proof of that. Those shelves were pretty cleaned out. Brandon and I went today, so I went to the trusty bourbon. This is Jefferson's. Now the bottle is green, so I felt like, hey, it's a green bottle.
Fair.
I don't think Jefferson is a strong Irish name, but hey,
how about O Jefferson? We can just say O Jefferson.
There we go, O Jefferson. So. Story about this bottle, as I've said on previous shows, I'm a wheat guy. I like the sweet stuff, but we were at the beach this past, I guess it was around Thanksgiving, went to Hilton Head, and about midway through, ran out of bourbon, had to go pick up some bourbon, went to the ABC store literally 2 minutes before they closed. And so had to grab a bottle. The friends at Hilton Head Wine and Spirits, check them out if you're on the island, led me over here to this barrel pick. What's that?
No free promo.
No free promo. Yeah. So, anyways, they
Chance fine.
hit me over to the rye, and it's finished in cognac. Never had cognac, but I trust them. It's pretty good stuff. It is rye, which again I do like now because every one I've had I give a thumbs up on. But this one I really like because it's got the honey, it's got some orange. It's a really nice sweet. Probably one of the few bourbons I get that fruity taste out of. So really dig it. Um, I don't know much about the actual bottle itself, in terms of the mash bill. The alcohol volume is 94 proof. It's 47%, 94 proof, but definitely a solid pour.
Yeah, good math. Good math.
That was math.
Quick
That was
math.
that was division.
I can tell you looking on the bottle feverish, like, where is it? Where is it?
Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? 750.
Oh, man.
They've got a bottle of Jefferson's Ocean at Costco over in Bradenton.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been sitting there for like a month now.
Got a bottle right behind you if you want to grab it, right? It's like literally right to your 6.
That's it.
Yeah.
What is the price point usually on a bottle of that down your way?
I think Costco, it's like $70 or something like that.
Okay, and that's
somewhere in
about
that
what it is
range
up
on the
here.
ocean. I know opinions very wide, very wide on the ocean.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
not on the ocean
Yeah.
itself. That there's a lot of opinions on the ocean
Jefferson's
too.
Ocean Age.
Yeah, like Atlantic's better, no Pacific.
Yeah,
but now
The Gulf.
the Gulf is not an ocean, Ryan. Come on. It is the best though, but don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
To see.
But you can get into like these guys. Like this is a twin oak custom barrel, so it's not. It says very old, very rare, but doesn't have an age statement. Imagine that. So you get into that kind of stuff, and you guys pull it up so you can see it. So it's not green, so don't pinch me. But so that kind of stuff goes a little higher. That was a gift from Sarah for Christmas. I happened to saw it on the shelf, so I don't want to go blabbing, but it's a little more in the ocean series. I tend to like their more cask type offerings like this versus just the ocean series. But have you had any?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're all different. That's the beautiful thing. That's the spice.
Oh, that's. I mean, some people like cask strength. Some people, like you said, everybody's different.
So
Yeah.
I call it. If you like something really high proof, you get proofied. That's what I like.
Proofied.
Proofied.
Yeah, get proofied.
Okay.
But you do it to yourself.
what you
So
did
it's
there.
not a derogatory term. Okay, so Ryan likes to get proofied on a Friday night.
Oh
Maybe
wow.
I need to trademark that or never say that again. Which
Yeah.
I would go never, but that's just me over here being get off my
Yeah.
lawn guy.
Yeah. Maybe put that one in the back of the drawer.
Great, thanks guys. Way to build up the ego tonight. You could have patted me on the back, like, good try, buddy, good try. Oh, crap, that's hilarious. All right, so second drink.
But yeah.
What's your impression?
It's very smooth. For me, typically the ryes give me that heat, give me that burn, or that Kentucky hug. Whatever it is you want to call it. Definitely, you're going to get a little bit with that, but it's very drinkable, very palatable. Hence why the bottle's almost gone. It's a really smooth drinker. And again, I thought with it being green, it's a good one to bust out tonight. So that's my contribution.
The old Blarney Stone, huh?
The old Blarney Stone, yes.
I don't think anybody's going to give you a hard time about having an alcoholic drink on St. Patrick's Day.
It's O. Jefferson. It's
No.
like, seriously. I mean, what are you going to say about that?
Yeah.
Anything about O. Jefferson's? Come on.
Huh?
I don't know.
Anything else on that, Ryan?
No, that's all I've got.
Cool.
So we'd like to make a request, please, Piano Man.
All right. Let me get things on.
Just
Like to
there,
hear.
I don't know if you may notice. Ryan put the microphone set up, and it kind of looks like he's getting ready to go
Yeah.
all I don't know, pick your favorite Arctic crooner on us that sits at
Just
a.
telling the boys I feel like I'm going to do the singer-songwriter thing here with my microphone. But,
Feel free to share a song. Let's go.
Well, I would have to probably myself have 3 or 4 drinks down before we go there. So
4.2 is the average we just learned today. So
yes, yeah. So I'm going to probably be a little bit north of that before I start getting down that road.
Yeah, that's all right.
What are you gonna do? So hold on. There was one thing we mentioned at the top of the show that I want to come back to.
What was that?
Daylight savings.
Oh, yes.
time.
Yes.
Maybe you just express your disdain for it.
Oh, I just don't. I just always feel crappy. Whether it doesn't matter if it's this one or the one in the fall. it takes me days to kind of adjust to it.
So it's more about the actual change, not which way it leans when it's if it were to stay.
I honestly I don't
Sounds
care.
really
I
bad.
just want to get rid of it. Just be done. Just be done with
But do
changing
you
the
care
time.
if
I'm
it
with
like
you.
stay back, or do you care if
I
we stay
think-
forward like we are now?
I think this is just I'm not a sleep expert. This is not my area of expertise. I've read people that are smarter than I am
I
about
mean, this
it
is
say
riveting shit too, by the way.
you're right. That we should not be in the one we're in now, which is what the daylight savings time, right?
Yes.
We
We
are
need to
just-
fall back and then hold.
We
Right.
are on EDT right now.
Right.
on
So I
Eastern
think
Daylight Time.
the sleep experts say that we should stick with the other one for
Yeah.
I don't know human body
For
clocks or
circadian
whatever.
rhythms.
Yeah, circadian rhythms.
Yeah. I
Cir-
have no
circadian-
rhythm, so it doesn't bother me either
circadian.
way. But you did mention, like, I mean, not to bring off air, you're saying your sleep time is thrown off lately,
yeah.
so
Yeah,
that makes
well,
some sense.
I'm a poor sleeper to begin with, I think. But like this morning I was up at 2:30 for no reason.
Yeah.
I couldn't go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And I don't blame that on daylight.
That's a rough
savings
time to get up.
Yeah.
If you wake up like an hour early, you can start your day, maybe be proactive, get stuff done. At 2:30, you're not getting up and starting anything.
No, and I tried to
rough.
go back to sleep and that didn't work. And so I'm just like laying there in the dark like a weirdo.
Greg, I have a thing for you. So when that happens again, there's this thing called ASMR. I don't know.
Oh, hey.
Screw you, Ryan. That was funny. Stop that. Stop that. I'm sorry. I was a little distracted. I got a text from my son and my good friend Spencer, my Packers fan. It looks like Devontae Adams was traded to the Raiders.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Shut
Just
up.
now. It just came through on it's like blowing up my phone.
So you probably haven't seen then the Baker Mayfield Aaron Rodgers trade that just went down about an hour ago.
Oh, crap. Hold on.
You guys are building for the future, it looks like.
I mean, I guess so. He's gone now. I don't even know what the hell they're going to do at wide receiver, although that does open up some cap space.
Yeah.
So I'm there's a few wide receivers on the market right now that they could go grab.
Neighbor Andy.
Yeah,
let's see if he answers.
Oh, anyway. Yeah, no, like ESPN, The Athletic. What do they do? A 5-year contract.
So they backload. They give a ton of signing money, and then they front load the contract technically with the signing money, so it evens it out over time. And that's the big deal. So that's
Gotcha.
crazy.
That's a really questionable move.
They got I got to read and see what they got, but if he wasn't going to play under the franchise tag, and he was, who knows? We weren't sitting in the room. We don't know what the heck was going on.
That's the thing. I always question these things. I'm like, the guys in the front office are probably smarter than me, sitting in my basement bar trying to tell them how to do their jobs. But
yeah, that's like a running joke.
There's head scratching moments.
No, it's a running joke I have all the time, and I always say to people, LaFleur didn't call me for a game plan this morning before the game. I don't know why.
So the Raiders have 2 first-round picks this year, right?
And they gave one of them went to the Packers,
at least, because they said 2 prime picks. So yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna read and see what they got.
Crap.
I don't know.
I did not see that coming. There's been a few things this week that I was like, I did not see that coming. I don't want to divulge too much into a sports show, but I did not see Von Miller to Buffalo. Didn't see
that. Well, I think what surprised me too was it's a 6-year deal, so more years too than I thought he would get.
Again, spreading out the money just for cap reasons. They were, they had Rappaport on both of your favorite person show, Pat McAfee, today, and he was talking about that. He said, realistically, it's a 3-year deal. I mean, they don't expect him to play more than 3.
I'll say he's no spring chicken.
No, but I mean, hey, I bet he can plug it in for 6 more years. I mean, eventually, if he wanted to spend those last couple of years more on the interior of the D line, he could put on 10, 15 pounds, and he's got great instincts, if nothing else. And so he's not a great pass rusher anymore. He could still be a good run stopper. I mean, whatever, it doesn't really matter.
Hey, he's got his Super Bowl ring. That's what matters now.
It really is. And then, so what? The Rams got Robinson that was from the Bears today. I was like, that's crazy. Rich get richer. I don't care. The Bengals are just going to have to just do it again next year. So it doesn't matter. So whatever.
Well, again, not to get too sportsy, but the Bengals did get some offensive line help. So that's going to be a huge help for them. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, what are the Browns going to do with Mayfield?
I don't know. I mean, he's still under contract. He's disgruntled,
I
understandably.
read something today that he asked for a trade.
Yeah, and the
He
Browns said
did,
no.
yeah. So,
No.
What are the Browns going to do? They have nobody else.
yeah, I mean, they went all in on Deshaun
James
Watson, and now we're going to
that's
see what
not-
happens. So.
That looks like it's not happening. The latest
It's
I heard
not,
was
yeah.
it's between the Falcons and the Saints.
Yeah.
Leaning towards Atlantic because apparently,
He's from there, isn't he?
yeah, and apparently one of his agent, the people that have his same agent, plays on the Falcons. Who was it? The tight end. What's his name? Young guy.
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, he tweeted and then deleted later, like things are getting crazy or something.
Oh,
So yeah, I think everybody thinks. Travis said he wants to go to the Colts. Yeah, Baker wants to go to the Colts. I do know that. You are right about that,
Yeah.
Travis.
Well, that'd be a good landing spot for him.
Yeah.
Maybe a change of scenery to do him some good. So.
There we go.
Travis, that seems like what's going to happen. It seems like the most logical thing, but I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything specific. So whatever.
Yeah.
You haven't gotten a call from Gutekunst or whatever?
No, nobody has contacted me concerning any kind of player mobility.
That just blows my mind. I would think they'd be
player
reaching out to you.
Really. Ryan, you're up there in Ohio. I feel like you should be called all the time.
I agree, especially on Sundays. I do think if I were consulted, from the front office in Cleveland, we'd probably have a couple Super Bowls under our belt. May not have ever lost a game. So it's very frustrating to know that I've got that football knowledge to share with GMs and coaches, and it's just not being utilized. But it is what it is.
And I'd say you'd be an expert in helping with player movement.
Anyway, do we want to continue football or do we want to get back to
Well, let's kill this and then we'll go into overtime.
Okay.
3 drinks down.
But yeah, football seems to get the most pop so far. So, hey, you gotta get the people what they want.
It's not even the season right now, and it's
right.
It's I'm all consumed by it. I know that baseball's starting up again. We're in the middle.
What's that?
I know.
Is that with the stick where they run around with the stick.
The NFL is so much further beyond all the other sports in terms of viewership and fan engagement and that kind of stuff. It's just ridiculous. They're just running circles around the other sports.
It's incredible because there's no other sport where I see the free agency, the draft. I've been glued to Twitter following this saga in Cleveland with the quarterback situation. Not necessarily that I want him to be the quarterback, but just kind of following this. And it's a lead up, free agency, trades, and then you've got the draft. I'm going to be on my couch Thursday night, when that's coming up. And so it is. I think it's unlike any other sport, at least that I watch, where it truly is a year round. You're watching the combine, not like a football game, but you're plugged in to almost every aspect. It's genius how they do it.
You're getting that whole sources tell me that so-and-so is going so-and-so because they have better ice cream. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that would be a reason.
It really would, though. You're not wrong about
that. You can't go wrong with good ice cream.
Yeah, fat content is everything in ice cream.
Well, I don't know about that, but it's important.
It really is. Because if you try to skimp on the milk and all the milk.
Well, no, I've had some of that stuff. It's not cutting it.
No, it's not.
You're gonna have ice cream. Just realize you're not eating something healthy and just have what you want.
Let it rip.
Exactly.
And then you just you do a couple other reps during leg day the next day.
Leg day.
Who does leg day?
Good for you. Good for you. Leg day is like walking.
No,
I'm kidding.
No. Those are your daily activities. That's what those are.
That's the day I take the stairs. That's leg day.
Next on the show, training with Greg.
Do we want to? I know this will kind of cut you out of it, Ryan, but Nate and I did some Beer Week stuff last weekend. You want to talk about that at all?
Yeah,
I would love to hear about Beer Week because I'm going to come down there for Beer Week sometime. I've already made my mind.
It's fun.
Do
fun.
not threaten us with a good time. Stop it. I don't trust me. Yeah. No.
But talk me through that. What does that look like?
What can it look like? Oh man, you know how we had that whole one banter
what did your
about
week look like?
It's not as good as he once was, but he may be good once.
Yeah.
Like if you really want to do it up on Beer Week, we can make sure you go home with your liver needing like supplementation.
I'd like to maybe ease into it.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any easing into.
Well, there's just so many events going on that it's just you can't make it to all of them. So
Travis knows if Travis is still hanging in here. I mean, he was a champion this week. He crushed both of us.
Oh, but he cut out though.
Well, he had to. I get it.
Friday.
Yeah. So walking you through it, I mean, like it literally starts the Saturday prior to what everybody thinks Beer Week really is. No, I did not actually get a rad set, Travis. I picked some up for some friends.
I didn't even try.
Yeah, and I tried on Osner, but it just didn't come through. But that said, I'm sure I'll get to taste them. I have 2 of them sitting here at the house. They're going up to Jersey with me when I go up to Jersey in May, so I'm sure they'll get opened. Did you? But it's actually
Travis did.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't. I was just kind of asking to keep chat going. Trying.
No,
to
I got you. Yeah.
Show.
I follow. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, brain's going 5 different directions. So it starts the Saturday before, really, because they have a festival. It's just basically kind of a Florida beer festival. And it's where you're going to have all the breweries that are probably coming in. That some of them may have actually put into the competition, because there is a beer competition. It's called Best of Florida Beer Competition. And so
that's not the Brewers Ball thing, is it?
No, the next day is the Brewers Ball.
Okay.
Yes, so that's that. So on Sunday they have what's called the Brewers Ball, which all the medal winning beers from those competition submission entries. So you can actually start on like Saturday. And honestly, if you're hardcore, things are firing up Friday night before, because there's like breweries starting to put good stuff on tap and all that. Monday is probably the biggest chill day of the week. There's probably you're gonna have people hanging things on tap. You're gonna have things like that, but you're not gonna have any real events, at least this year.
Right.
But as it gets into the week, dude, like Tuesday started having events. Angry Chair had something every night. Like they either had a barley wine night on Tuesday, or was it Monday? I can't remember.
But they had something every night. But they had a barley wine night. They had a couple of tap takeovers. I think. Also, I saw Angry Chair had some of their stuff spread around. I think Cigar City had an Angry Chair.
It was the same night that they had Ology in house, which was Wednesday. So Cigar City had an Angry Chair tap takeover. So Travis says DB Coco Finn and PB Fudge were fantastic. Good to hear. I'm a Rocky Road whore, so that's where I'm going to go whenever I get a chance to get a taste of it. But then you really start to round the corner on Wednesday, and this year was very different. This year, a lot of the events did not return, unfortunately. Tuesday was barley wine night. Thank you, Travis. I thought I recalled that, but I couldn't remember. See, Travis is our brain on this.
Yeah, he was there. He's like the guy on the ground.
We're even skipping over the fact that like every day Arcane seemed to have something as well.
Yep.
So what you end up with in Tampa Bay area, Ryan, is like you have Tampa, you have north of Tampa, you have St. Pete, and you have kind of north of St. Pete. And then now, of course, down our way in Manatee and Sarasota County, you're starting to get involved a little more as well. So basically, by the time Wednesday rolls around, it's pick and choose, because you're simply just not going to make everything. Tuesday was also first serving at Ladder.
It was the corporate ladder. Yep.
So that was one of the first events. By the time Thursday rolls around, you have everything kicking off. Most of your out of town folks are getting here. Yeah,
Angry Chairs. I mean, the big event that day is Angry Chairs. At least in years past was super rad.
They did super rad. Then Mini Palooza, which was Chad's at Garage.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
A couple others. Woven had a bottle release that day.
They did. Woven Water had a bunch of stuff going on.
So it really upset him. Miss Pie Day at corporate. Come on, Travis, come on back down. We'll take care of you. 28th, come down 2 Saturdays from now. They're having an anniversary party with some cool stuff. And maybe some more about corporate ladder in the coming few weeks or months, a little bit potentially that has to do with the show, maybe. So you get into the weekend, and that's where the second weekend, and that's where everything hits. So Friday is BA Day, which is Upcycle, and it's still a world-class beer event. I think a lot of people said it was a little weird this year because it was first year back.
I don't think it was weird at all. I had probably the best time I've had at Barrel Age Day.
There you go. But it ends up devolving into a huge bottle share at some point, probably early on, actually.
I did not partake in that. That is exactly what it is. There's the one main tent at the Shuffleboard Club, and then people kind of congregate underneath that. And my old crotchety ass brought folding chairs, and me and Amy and Ryan, my buddy Ryan, different Ryan, not this Ryan, different Ryan.
It's got to be your Ryan.
It's my Ryan. We kind of sat underneath another tent where nobody was, and there was a nice breeze, and we were in the shade, and we just barrel aged beers as far as you can see. And I didn't even partake. A couple of my friends that I hadn't seen in a few years brought stuff over, and it was just nice to see everybody. Just my favorite thing was just running into people that I had not seen in a couple of years.
Travis wants to know how to or the scoop.
Oh yeah. That was probably my favorite beer of all the beers that were on draft. I got 2 bottles of it, Travis. You want one?
Whoa.
It's yours.
There you go. Travis, reach out to Greg.
Absolutely. Giveaway.
Absolutely. No, that's my buddy Travis.
Travis is a great friend.
Yeah. He's a good dude. He's up in Ohio.
Nice. Oh, nice.
Is he Ohio?
Yeah, Cincinnati area.
Oh shit! How did I not know that?
I don't know.
I could have swore Michigan for some reason.
You didn't move.
No,
did
I
you?
knew I was thinking for Michigan. Never mind. All right. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. There you go. See, maybe make a friend. Travis is gonna message you. Maybe we'll get Ryan involved. Maybe you guys can
that'll work, man.
get together and open it together.
I don't need anything
Travis
back.
On.
I don't need anything back, but
we can have Travis.
I'll send you a bottle, man.
We can have Travis on the chill stream, maybe just like not on a Thursday. I don't care. We'll figure it out, Travis. Yeah. You've been on like most of our streams, so I super appreciate you being an early adopter for us.
Yep, so there's Barrel Age Day, and then after we left there, we went and got like a early dinner. King of the Coop.
King of the Coop is Tampa Nashville hot chicken, which is the best. I had them between here and Nashville, all of them. You'd be hard pressed to find something.
They have a location in St. Pete now.
Yeah,
and then there's another place closer to Greenbench called Nash's.
Okay,
that opened up recently, and I was talking to Chris Johnson at Greenbench, and he said it's legit.
Okay,
I trust him in that regard.
So Tampa's Nashville hot scene is doing pretty well. Oh, Travis is in Middletown. Well, we're telling the whole world. Let's not do that. Sorry, Travis, but you don't care, so thank you.
Was I right?
Middletown is means middle between Dayton and Cincinnati.
Okay,
so,
all right,
exactly.
Fair.
You didn't know?
No,
the middies.
No, I know where. I know where things are.
Yeah.
And then so after the dinner, then we went to Greenbench for their Food or for Thought, which is for me. I don't think it's the most popular event. It is my favorite event by far. It's not even close.
It's all mixed culture. You're not going to find like kettle sours. You're going to get mixed culture.
No, you're getting
lambics.
I had some. Yeah. I had a 20-year-old lambic that night. It was beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, I had the 7:00 tapping, which was right after you. I think you guys tapped out. 8:00 maybe. I can't remember.
8:00. We left. We left before the 8:00.
They did the Oud Goose, the one that had the peat smoke finish.
Yep.
Oh, it was really good. Yeah. It was fantastic.
So I would imagine in crowds, I mean, you get a ton of people at this, or does it vary location, or what does that look like turnout wise?
It's events. It's depending on the event, whoever is the hype monster is going to get the biggest crowd. And for the past, I can't count how many years it's been Angry Chair. Yeah. And cycle before that, I think was their big hype beast kind of thing. But
Huna would be a big event because it's a big ticket,
right? Just a big ticket event.
But they didn't do it this year,
right?
Yeah.
And then, Fooder is just the best I can describe it is it's a mixed fermentation kind of festival. Yeah. And this year I really like the setup this year. It was a little more low key, and they had 5 speakers, one speaking every hour, starting at 5:00 up through 10:00, and from 5 different breweries. So one, I'm trying to remember who it was. One was Jester King. It was Jeffrey Stuffings. I talked to him after. Who was before that I saw? Oxbow.
That's who it was. Yeah, and then the third speaker was the stateside rep for Driefontein, which of course Armand. Obviously from what most people know, Armand, he passed the week prior, so that was kind of tough. You could tell like he was somber about it.
Yeah.
And then they did a recorded one. I didn't catch who that was. The one at 9:00, I think, was recorded, and they were just displaying on the wall.
Okay.
And then 10:00, we weren't there, so I don't even know. I couldn't tell you it was. And I'm sad I missed the 10:00 because 10:00 was the 2019 Duck Duck Goose tapping.
Right. And I think what I have to do from now on is I think Fooder being my favorite. I think next year that's the only situation I'm doing on Friday.
Yeah, it's hard to pull that double.
No, and I just
it really is.
I'm going to be 46 this year. I just cannot. I can't do those things anymore.
So what we're telling you basically, right? It's like one event a day, like unless you're really going to ball it out, and we can do it.
I mean, my balling out days are probably
down early at these events.
Yep, and then then the next day I didn't go to Pi Day at Corporate Ladder, but I was at Corporate Ladder on Saturday with my buddy Ryan for 3-4 hours or so, and we had a good time.
Saturday, they still did the Huna can release.
Yep.
They had somewhat of a party.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't ticketed. It wasn't formal. The tap lists around Tampa Bay on Saturday were just stellar.
Yep.
I mean, if you wanted something that was a leftover from the week, you could go get it pretty much any brewery. They were all showing out. Sunday, too, for that matter. Don't get me wrong. And then Sunday, Berry House had their event, which they do lagers strictly only. They do them great. I think I would put them in my top 3 or 4 just straight lager breweries, overall in general in the country. And then Corporate Ladder on Sunday did Pi Day as well.
That also looked like a fun event.
That was they pushed 150 people ish in line for beer that day, which is a great line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys know that. Nearly sold out. They had a few things they could release to Osner, which was good because I always love that. We have locals here that proxy for people a lot, but it's always nice when they can pick it up and not to worry about that situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's a marathon. I mean, I have, and I know Greg has
like it.
whole week off.
Yeah.
And by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, somewhere in that stretch, you're looking at yourself thinking, why did I do this?
I mean, not the first year I did it, the second year I did it. Absolutely. And I thought, this is not happening again.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to give it a go one more time, but man.
You go through phases in life. I don't think that's abnormal.
I think what you learn though is I need to plan to stay in Tampa for a few days and St. Pete for a few days and then pick where I'm going to be the second weekend.
Yeah, you're talking about staying up there?
If that's all in the cards for you.
I gotcha.
Then you need to pick, because I think that was the other thing that was a little exhausting was like, and I hate to be like first world problems here. It is what it is. But like at the time, my first year experiencing, we were down in Bradenton, which is a little further down from here.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, well, you're in Tampa, you're drinking all day. You got to be cognizant of that. Or you have to call your wife at 6 o'clock on Friday and tell her she has to come to Fooder when she had no plans to come get you. So thank you, wife Sarah.
I didn't get drunk on Friday or Saturday. It was great.
No, there was a few years back. One of the last years, Dave Cameron lived here.
Oh yes, No, that was a rough day.
Yeah,
rough. We were all in rough shape.
The Pissattivity Wolf Ryan was near the pink shirt
Yeah.
I reached. We were.
That's up there.
We stumbled from. Well, I stumbled at least from Barrel Age Day to Fooder, which probably is only 2 miles, but it felt like it took me like 18 hours. And then we went to this place called Bodega, which does really good Cuban sandwiches. And so I'm sitting down at a table and Dave Cameron's sitting over to my right. And at some point while we're eating, I reached over to grab his sandwich and he just kind of slapped my hand a little hard.
So by the time, by the time Friday rolls around, I don't know. It's like one of those things. You would think the more you drank throughout the week, you would be like just resilient and you're ready and all that, or you'd feel it, right? It just felt like as we got towards Friday that week, I got more drunk very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if it just didn't leave my system.
I know
that's not how that works, but you know what I mean. It was weird.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
I think before that sandwich slapping incident, I believe there was some urination on apartment walls.
Well, I wasn't part of that.
No, you were not. I believe that one of us.
I'm glad I wasn't.
One of us might have.
No names.
Had to lay there for 10 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. All Big dumb animals on occasion.
No, but it was overall, Ryan. You should definitely come down. It's a good time, even if we're just hanging out.
It's
a good
fuck
time.
That.
It sounds like it.
Oh, come down.
Yeah, I'll come down and put my toe in the water. We'll see how it goes.
Oh no! You're jumping all the way. We might even get Dave Cameron involved on a baby bird situation.
Oh, for Christ's sakes, I don't need to deal with that.
I don't either. I'm just kidding.
There were a few people I did not see over the weekend, which I was a little upset about. But
yeah.
What are you gonna do?
So next Thursday,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
good for you guys so far.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Following Tuesday, possibly special episodes or something that comes out from Ryan and I. Ryan's actually gonna be down our way.
Yes.
On vacation. Ryan will not be joining us that Thursday.
You won't be here next week.
So 2 Thursdays.
Taking off that day.
Yeah, the next 2 I will be on hiatus.
All right.
No, you'll that's right. You'll be traveling. Okay,
you'll be making some
So just
appearances.
You guys only get Greg and I next 2 Thursdays, so deal with it.
Sorry.
Whatever. Yeah, not sorry. It will still be on daylight savings time, which is how we got into all this shit. We never finished that. But that's okay. So yeah, I brought it back. At least I remembered.
All right.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? I don't know. Any last thoughts, gentlemen?
I don't.
Ryan?
I hope I sleep better tonight.
I think you will.
Yeah, Greg, I was worried. I hope you do have a better night's sleep. Like I said, if you do wake up though at 2:30,
you should text him at 3 a.m.
I give you a pointer. Okay. So yeah, maybe I'll do that.
I mean, obviously you can text me. I don't give a shit.
Actually, I would recommend you call and leave him a voicemail. So
I would say I'll just call you.
No voicemails.
Oh,
no voicemails. That'll
rambling voicemail at 3 a.m.
I dare you.
You'll find your tires slashed in your car.
We'll drive to Ohio and slash your tires. I promise you. Oh, it's been the running joke now for 3 years. All right. No, I don't have anything else.
Cool.
I don't really know.
Ryan, anything else?
No, I got nothing.
All right.
Yeah, Solanche, which if you can't remember salon chair. That's my tip for you.
And just say Solanche.
Solanche. Don't say the
salon
air.
chair.
Solanche.
Is that how you pronounce it?
It is. See?
I mean,
and now you're going to remember that forever, aren't you?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly not.
Solanche. Here I thought it was slain.
Do what?
And I thought it was slain.
Slain.
Right.
Slain.
Slain.
it's getting there. All right.
All right, guys.
Well, I think we're gonna kill this. You have our outro.
Oh, I
everyone.
appreciate everybody out there. And life is hard. It's hard enough to be an adult. It's super constant. So just be kind to yourselves. Cheers.